Now, oftentimes as a people, we are tempted to play the blame game. We blame the government for virtually everything that happens to our personal lives, and we attribute our circumstances, our failures to the government of the day. We base our complaint on bad roads, insecurity, unemployment, and of course, either way, we might be right because part of why we voted our political leaders into offices are so that they can give us adequate security, provide employment, job opportunities, build good infrastructures, and so on. But on this episode, I want us to have a shift in paradigm concerning what self governance is all about. I want us to understand that governance is not absolutely a function of the external factors, it is a function of the inner factor. Self governance begins from within, it begins from your mindset. I've come to discover that what affects us mostly in life is not particularly what people do for us. What affects us mostly in life are the things we do for ourselves. If we must govern our lives well, we must take absolute responsibility for our personal life. And when I'm talking about self governance, I'm talking about your life, I'm talking about everything that happens concerning your personal life. I'll give us an example. It is your level of knowledge that determines your empowerment in life. So, whether the government build schools or not, it is not the school building that affects your life. It is your level of knowledge, and your level of knowledge is a function of your personal responsibility. You go to an occasion and you are served sumptuous meal, great delicacies are there for you to feast on the table. It is not that food in itself that affects you. It is your decision to eat the food that determines how the food affects you. So that decision is your personal responsibility. And that is what self governance is all about. And that is exactly the angle I am taking us to. Everybody will blame for anything that happens to us. We automatically give them the license to rule our lives. And trust me, that is not where you want to be. So we should not find ourselves blaming the government every time for everything that happens to us. The navigation of our individual lives is absolutely our own determinant. You determine where you want to go to, you determine what you want to eat, you determine the outcome of your life. And that is a function of your responsibility, and that is what self governance is all about. So, I have the liberty to choose how I navigate my life. It is not exactly what the government does that navigates my existence, that navigates the way I live my life. So, we need to understand this. Very important. Whatever happens to us, It is absolutely our responsibility and not the responsibility of the elected government. So somebody might say, what are you saying? Is the government not responsible? No, government is responsible when it comes to collective body. But when it comes to self-governance, you are absolutely responsible. And self-governance talks about the way you navigate your life. The essence of governance is to leverage on the collective resource on behalf of the people, not on behalf of individual, on behalf of people in order to enhance a better living for the people. So while government are making good roads, they are building good infrastructures, you can as well decide not to make use of those infrastructures and they will not hurt you. Government build schools, you can decide not to attend the schools built by government and you can still be well educated. You can still learn a lot. That is what I'm talking about. So when it comes to our individual lives, we must take responsibility in governing the affairs of our lives. We must not blame government for our personal lives. And talking about self-governance, I mentioned earlier that it is a function of an inner factor, not an external factor. That talks about our mindset. If you have the wrong mindset, your life will surely navigate towards the wrong path. So if we have the right mindset, we have the right attitude towards life, we have the right character, in no time, our lives will be navigated towards the right path and our circumstances will come to yield to our mindset. That is the law, that is the principle. So when we have the right mindset, when we get access to the right information to build the right mindset, then we can navigate the affairs of our individual lives well. A society is first a people. Without good people, we cannot have good society. And until we have people with the right mindset, then are we able to build a better society. So a better Nigeria is possible when we have better people with the right mindset. And yes, we can.